No sound?
I don't even hear you,
You
on
serious?
this. I don't hear you on this
Check,
either.
check. Hey, can you guys hear us?
No sound. I don't even hear you on this.
Okay, so it's coming through. We just don't hear each other.
I get so tired of messing with this stupid ass thing. So, Cree, you could hear us. Could you hear the video? Why isn't that playing videos with sound? I put share the sound too.
Huh.
Anyway, hello everybody. I
Hello.
see you guys got in here at like 6:30.
I'm just getting home
Let's go
around
back
that
up to the
time.
top and see who all is in here. Jesus.
There's a lot of chatter going on.
Yeah, there is. So anyway, hello Sky Talker. Hello Joe from Entity 7. Hello Jillian Daniels. Hello Jimmy from Ghost Quest. Friday House is here with us tonight. Carolyn Saxby. And you guys are all having a chat, so it's all the same people. Dotson, how you doing? Jamie Watson, hello. Farrell Goth Gal is in the house. You guys were all here like early.
Like I said, some of them get here before I'm even home from work.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
Julie J D is in the house. How's it going? And if I miss anybody, I apologize. I'm trying to just speed through this. Cree, hello. Candy's in the house. How's it going, Candy?
Candy, I gotta message you.
Jamie Watson, how are you? Sorry, I don't like dead air. That's why I kind of mum or hum, whatever it's called. Wayne Dawson, how's it going?
I can make sound effects.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna try and play that again because that shit was funny. Jillian Daniels, hello. I think I said hi already. It don't matter. Carolyn Saxby,
You
hello.
do not need to go outside.
Mrs.
You were
Boo
just
is
outside.
here, obviously.
No.
Now I can hear you through this thing.
What were you eating? You're licking your lips.
Can you hear me? And the check 1 2.
I can't hear
check,
you
check.
in my headphones.
I can't either.
Now I hear you.
Check. Okay. Giselle, how's it going?
Now I don't hear you.
Check.
Now I do. Okay.
I got to get this. I moved it down.
So as you can see, we're slowly getting decorated for Christmas out here. This was like our last minute tree out here because I was like, do you think we should put a tree out here? So we did end up putting a makeshift Christmas tree up here. So don't judge on the quick decorations of it's our patriotic tree.
Carla, how you doing? Sue Mackey is in the house. I think I'm down to the bottom or close. Friday House, hello. If I missed anybody, I apologize because I'm really scrolling through this.
I see KW first time watching or catching a stream. So hello and welcome.
Michael, how's it going? Wisdom is in the house. Hello, Wisdom. I'm gonna try and play that video one more time because that's funny. I don't get why there was no sound.
Here we go.
Cassie is here. We got to talk about that tonight too. We tried Ron's turkey.
Oh, and Boo's making her appearance.
Yep.
Say hello, Boo.
All right, I'm just gonna get us to the. I'm gonna crow the chat. Ow. God.
Hello, sweet girl.
Dang, dog.
She might want a fortune cookie.
Well, she's gonna have to wait. Jeez, I just got to go to the bottom of the chat. You guys are talking so freaking fast. Julie, thanks for being a member for 7 months. We appreciate that.
I'm watching.
You?
Like if I see anybody here,
it's there's
Julie,
no way I'm going to be able to say this name.
Julie
So,
J. Thank
hello?
you for. She's about 7-month anniversary.
I still can't get to the bottom, and I'm trying.
I know. I'll try to do it if you want to do something else.
Because I need my mouse. Okay, we're here. All
right. Okay.
So let's try and play this.
So you thought.
Let's try and play this video one more time because it's freaking funny. If there's no sound, just quickly say it in the chat, and we will, I guess, bail on it. That one. See. Oh wait, the audio was turned off. That's why. Jesus. Okay.
Now let's try it again.
Yep, let's try this again. You guys should hear it this time because it's funny.
What's this music about? What are you trying to show us with the music?
Yeah, in there, right in there. What? Ah.
This isn't really making much sense.
That's loud. Sorry, guys. I just had to play that again because I thought that was pretty freaking funny. And that's actually a short version of the full one that I have, where I clipped every sound he made in the video, put them all together, and it was just too long.
It's funny, yeah.
Yeah, that's Colin doing the Estes method, if anybody wants to know what that is. So
Stop.
I saw Laura jumped on. Kat, how are you? A couple other ones jumped in here. Guys, my glasses are really messed up, so
Did you call the doctor yet?
not yet.
Did you call?
I
You
just- I
have till
just
the
said no.
if you can luckily get in till the end of
I
the
know,
year.
I will.
You can get another eye exam next year.
KW, the random channel. I don't think I've seen you in here before, so it's good. to have
That's
you
what
in
I
there.
said. I
Oh.
welcomed them because I saw they were new.
That's because I was trying to read.
I
or do
know.
something. 'Cause I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. So, how is everybody doing tonight? We're gonna get into talking a little bit about. I don't know if you guys all saw that Anthony guy from A1 Solutions that we did a video on. He is gone off the deep end. I was gonna make a video just because it really pissed me off. I don't know. Jake Hart's, I'm sure some of you guys follow Jake Hart's. He is like the most chill dude. Maybe he's a jerk behind the scenes. I don't know, but he seems to me like he's just a super nice kid. Yeah, and for him to go off on him like he did,
But let's see.
I couldn't believe it.
He also was like complaining because somebody messaged him while he was sleeping,
Mhm.
left a comment while he was sleeping.
Yeah,
That's why
which-
I made the kind of funny comment at the beginning that no, we're at least
Yeah.
awake.
Yeah, we're all at least awake. You guys are allowed to comment for the next 2 hours because we
are
for sure
awake.
be awake. So
Jeff will be up a little bit longer than me, but it should be good.
Yeah. Yep.
But that just drove me nuts because I'm like, seriously, but then the comments that he made now, it's like because he unfriended him on Facebook
or Instagram, I think.
or Instagram. Yeah, on
It doesn't-
Instagram.
And he didn't even unfriend him; he just unfollowed. him.
Followed him. And so he's boo-hooing because somebody unfollowed him.
And not just a little whine. I don't know if you guys have seen the video or not. We'll play a little bit so you guys know what we're talking about. But not just like a little whining, like he was going off. Like the dude just,
I even came out and I'm like, what the heck? I mean, because obviously, if you know us, I get into the stuff, but I don't get into the YouTube stuff and watching all the different groups. And it was just like, I came out and watched it. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like, okay.
Yeah, I'll find it and we'll play a couple minutes because
It's just so crazy. It's just like, just a boo-hooer. And just because somebody unfollowed you and so now they're not your friend, and now because it's just ridiculous. Here goes Jeff trying to find
yeah, I'm
stuff.
trying to type around my stupid microphone stand. Okay, so
I thought you already had it pulled up.
I did earlier, but I got rid of it.
Bubba, Boo, come here.
So let me go ahead and cue that up. He actually made 2 videos on it that day.
Are you serious? Oh yeah, there's one
Yeah.
right there. And
This is the original one. Okay, so let's go back here. You guys still with us?
Yeah.
Knock twice if you're here. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna play a few minutes of it, and we're probably gonna get kicked off of YouTube because of all the swearing that's in it. But we'll play a couple minutes so you can see how absolutely unhinged this dude gets. I'm nowhere near as quick as like Joe and those guys that sharing the screen.
Maybe you need to get quicker.
Okay.
Cool to me, and then all of a sudden unfollowed me on Instagram. Probably got mad at my debunking videos. For one thing, debunking videos are fucking shit. Okay, J Cart, you and
Fuck
your little
you.
fucking bedhead. Bedhead, welcome bedheads. You fucking loser. You fucking copy people. You use me as leverage. You
And
fucking
you know they can
sent
see
all
that when
these
you did
people
that,
to
right?
my channel
Okay.
that don't even care.
Okay, so that's probably all we're gonna watch. If you guys want to go watch it, you can go watch it if you want. But he does that for 20 solid minutes in that intensity too. Like he doesn't back off at all. He just
It was like I said, I came out here and I was just like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I'm like, what else can he whine about? I mean, he whines about anything that anybody says or does, like everything hurts his feelings. It's like he's butthurt on everything.
Yes, and yeah. So I don't know. It looks a lot of you guys probably saw it or caught wind of it. Jay Karts did respond, I think, very tactfully. Compared to what I would have done, Jay Karts was very, very nice. Trust me, I would have lost my shit. Joe made a comment on that video. Apparently,
He did.
I made one on the second one that he made because he's saying people went after his girlfriend, which I didn't see, but maybe they did. I don't know. I know that kind of crap happens. I hate it. It's unfortunate, but I mean, why go after the dude's girlfriend when he's the one running his stupid mouth? So, and he's sitting there doing this dressed in like some kind of deer costume, or I don't know what it is. He doesn't have the hood on, but I've seen him in other videos with the hood that he wears on it.
I like this one.
Yes, exactly. The onesie.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's like a deer onesie.
A deer onesie?
Yeah.
I missed that one, huh?
You didn't see the costume he was in?
No, I probably didn't pay attention because
Well,
I was
here,
so
me see the
irritated with the
mouse.
way he talks and everything.
And he
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get okay. I see it now. What
he uses a lot of big words too, but doesn't really know what they mean.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
Okay, I gotta jump real quick. The dogs.
Yep. Trying to let's see. Yeah, it Cree put up there. Hang on, let me light a cigarette. Then I'll put your comment up. Sorry. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you respond because he does delete comments. Joe, I looked at the comments even earlier today and I didn't see yours up there, so he probably deleted that. As far as I know, mine was still up. But maybe he just put it to where I can see it, no one else can. So, and this all started. Jay Karts unfollowed him because, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think because Andrew Stonerock made a comment and this guy went off on Andrew's comment. And so Jay Karts saw that, was like, you know, I don't need to see this negativity and crap like that. So he just unfollowed the guy. But this guy wants an explanation, you know, a court ordered written letter, or, you know, his demands are just crazy. Who else has joined us? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to read. Oh, speaking of Amber, so Amber's in the house. Want everybody to see. And I just opened this. Shirt. It's a t-shirt, not a sweatshirt, but I put it on over my black hoodie because it's cold. Amber makes shirts, and this one says, "Have you been debunked?" Or "You've been debunked." Sorry, can't read. Amber, thanks for sending me that. I had no idea that was coming. And in fact, Dana was wondering, like, we've got a package coming from this company that I forget the name of it, but and she was like, "Do you have any idea what it is?" I'm like, "No." We just assumed it was Dana's because 98 or 99% of the packages that come to the house are for Dana. So, but then it came and it had my name on it. So,
Talking about how I didn't know I actually didn't get something.
Yeah. So thank you, Amber, for sending that. We appreciate that. Ah, crap. We tried to find her link last time, didn't we? To post in the comments. So if people want this shirt, they can go order it.
If people get on our Facebook, I can share it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Or Amber, if it will let you post the link, go
It
ahead.
won't let you.
I didn't think so. It had to be a mod. Maybe we should just make her a mod one day.
Oh, think of that. I got to make Jerry a mod.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Jerry probably should be a mod.
Yeah. Well, considering he's fixing up our other stuff, so
I don't understand what this means. I'm sorry. 404 is doing salt. A1, he has enough problems with Heinz 57 that is better.
huh?
I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that's a channel, some street beef that I don't know about.
What's this one?
Hang on. Yeah, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the fire. In other words, he should quit. I agree. Like, if he's gonna like get that angry, and you guys saw the first few seconds of it, he was pissed. I should have counted the amount of F words that are in it, but but I didn't.
It's just so crazy because, like I said, I don't watch a lot of the stuff, but then as soon as I saw, I was like, "What?" I mean, that just I mean, I was irritated with the about being asleep and getting comments. Oh, she was able to put it in. Awesome.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
But
So if anybody wants this shirt right here, go to this site and you can purchase it.
she's got some other cool ones too. Don't you have a second one?
Mm-hmm. I think, well, that'll be in the ghost hunting video because I wore it
Yeah.
last time I went ghost hunting. It says, don't be an EMFer, and it has the K2 lights on it. So that's pretty funny too. I didn't wear that on the show. So, gosh, my eyes are getting so freaking bad. I cannot see the comments way over there. And this
That's
monitor
why
is
I'm
like a
willing
27-inch monitor.
I'm willing to push them over and put them in front for you if you'd let me.
But,
But you know, you have to keep having control of the remote. Not the remote, the mouse.
street beef. Well, you did get up.
Well, yeah, I did.
So
Okay, so it's this time of
we're
year.
at the bottom.
It's this time of year. For work, I have to get a flu shot. Anybody else get a flu shot and then get sick afterwards? I hate it. I got a flu shot last week and I am now sick. And I'm like, ugh. I know. And then I'm around sick people all day. Well, technically not all our people are sick, but
yeah, we're doing an open mic night. If anybody has any questions or wants to talk about, I didn't want to make the whole show about that guy because I mean, like I think in my opinion, trying to get attention. He's pissed off because nobody watches his videos. It's because they're just not that good. I've watched a few and they're not good. That's probably more why. And if you get a bunch of people that came over from a paranormal channel, they're probably only going to watch your paranormal stuff. And then you're going to go off on the dude that sent them over. They're probably going to leave in droves. So don't have a whole lot to say about that. But yeah, Cassie's here. I did want to tell everybody we duplicated the Ron smoked bacon wrapped turkey for Thanksgiving. It was phenomenal.
it
was so good.
Juicy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like really good.
It was awesome. And I did it upright. I put onions in the cavity and fresh herbs and butter,
it was really
butter
good
under the skin. And we got a good rub for it. I didn't use the same one that he did because
all right.
He bought it from Cabela's.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And
well, we'll have to maybe do
that's about a good half hour for us.
Well,
so
Cabela's or Bass, one of the two.
Yeah, but
they're about equal distance apart. But even my mom is not a big smoked meat kind of person, and she actually, enjoyed it.
I learned a long time ago that you can, like, at least with the smoker I have, it's different than the kind Ron has, but you can, when I first started smoking things, I went way too heavy on the wood chunks and just made everything taste like a fire. Well, not that bad, but I'm saying the smoke flavor was sometimes pretty damn intense. Yes, we're going to talk about that too. We're not going to say who it was. So
it wasn't me.
Yeah, it was not Dana, but we had a group of 10 that we did a private investigation recently at the Collingwood Art Center that we've talked about several times in our lives. And we did one video on, and we'll definitely be doing another one because we just did a private investigation there. And pretty quiet most of the night, honestly. It definitely was not twin level paranormal activity.
No. We did have one.
we had something
at the
happen
end.
5
had
minutes
something-
before we had to start packing up.
Yeah,
They-
we had something kind of cool. Although it was kind of funny because there was pew pew shots
yeah, yep, we did have
outside.
gunshots that were right outside.
Right outside. And so, and it was like right across the street from where we were at. So
Yep.
it was kind of
We're all sitting there with
Interesting.
flashlights looking out the
look
window,
out the windows like,
making
where did it
ourselves
come at?
targets.
Yeah, where did it come from?
So, but anyway, so yeah, me and Dana we heard a voice or voices out in the hallway,
Mhm.
and we quick ran out there to make sure it was no people. And I promise you, it was not real people.
Can you hear her tail?
Yeah.
It's like,
At first, I thought that somebody may have talked and then gotten on the elevator because the elevator was in operation. And we were
or
right
got
outside
off the elevator and was
Right.
walking out, but there it wasn't the case.
Well, but that's what it was. Then when I went out there, though, then the elevator door opened and people walked out
Yeah.
from, I believe they were on the 4th floor. So, and we accounted for the other group of people. So we for sure know. Yeah, I did see the twins got robbed.
They got robbed.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a second, though.
Okay.
So like I said, this all happened 5 minutes before we had to go clean up. So then we start packing up our gear because we had to be out of there by 1. It's like a quarter till, something like that.
like, yeah, quarter of.
Yep. So we're packing up our stuff real quick. And a person that was with us who is very, very healthy, goes to the gym a lot, ate normal that day, doesn't have any health problems, was sitting there and the eyes rolled up in the back of their head and they just went down, smoked their head on the concrete and was out for like 60 seconds.
It took at least 2 minutes.
So I
to
I
have
ran
it.
outside to call 911 because I figured I wouldn't get reception in the basement.
Yeah.
And so there's still, it hasn't happened again. It has never happened before. Her vitals were all fine. Like
Mhm.
everything was normal health wise. I just gave a clue I shouldn't have. I talked to
Yeah.
today,
Okay.
and this person is going to follow up with the doctor to get some blood work done and stuff like that, just to make sure everything's okay. Because, I mean, you don't just
Well,
pass
no,
out for
and
no
with me
reason.
being, would you stop? With me being in the medical field and being an EMT, it was like I have not seen somebody go down like that, like they did, and not have any past medical history. So that's, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, to me, I feel more comfortable if something like that happens to have them go get checked, just for the fact that something could have just set it off, but you never know. But like I said, it was a good 2 minutes down before we actually got where we got any alertness coming back to us. So I mean, it was for me, it wasn't me.
Hey,
So
Jay Karts,
which kind of go ahead.
Sorry, Jay Karts. I've been trying to get a hold of you, but I'll say something in a minute.
But so I mean, I almost, but this is crazy too. I actually had a blessed rosary in my pocket, which I've never gone there with anything like that before. I've gone with crystals and things like that, but I've never gone with the rosary before. So I actually went with
Gave her
Jeff's
mine for the
rosary because I couldn't find mine. So I went with Jeff's, and I had nothing happen to me. Well, at one point I did have something grab my ankle, but it was nothing like I've ever had when I've been down there before, where I've had like a lot of serious issues. But so now we're not wondering if something was passed on because it couldn't get to me because I was completely protected, that maybe it was like, ha ha ha, I'm going to get somebody else.
And the weird thing too, like, honest to God, I don't think I told this person this yet. The immediate thought that I had when I saw them laying on the ground was something in my head said, and you guys thought you were going to get out of here unscathed. Now that could have just been me, my brain just having that random thought. Like, I don't know. I mean, and here again, we're not saying this is paranormal. We're saying we don't have an explanation for it yet.
No.
I mean,
because like I said, I have not ever seen anybody, and because I have to get with this person because I have some more questions, and I've talked to them about some of the stuff, but I want to talk about some other stuff because I do want to check something the next time that I see them.
Okay.
Because what I felt that night, I want to see if it still feels the same, because if not, because the way when they came back around was not a normal,
Keep talking.
it wasn't a normal look that I normally would get from somebody that had just passed out. So
Stephanie always brings it. Stephanie always makes the chat at least PG-13.
Yeah. So I mean, you never know, but you got to do all the, you got to take all the things and put it together just to see. But I mean, and usually, oddly enough,
and we didn't like it, and I can't believe we didn't. But we normally do a prayer of protection before we even investigate anyway,
and we didn't.
And I can't believe we didn't do it there of all places. With the history
I did to myself.
Okay, but we normally do a group one, and
right.
I'm just really surprised that we didn't.
But I mean,
there of all places.
I mean, I did protection on myself, and so and I did protection on myself, you and Jerry, but I didn't do like the same protection I do on myself to for you guys, because you guys want to be touched.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
But it was a kind of insane evening.
So,
but it's ironically funny though. Every time something happens to me there, it's always right before we're getting ready to go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's
not the first time because we left early.
But I'm just saying the second time it was like right before we were ready to go. We were just getting the recorder to leave, and that's when it hit me. So
yep.
But
so I did see Jay Carts in the house. I just wanted to tell you, Jay Carts, I sent you an Instagram the other day and actually an email too. Before all of this A1 solution crap came about, I actually did want to get you on our show sometime. So some Monday night, if you can look for that email or something and just let me know if you're interested, because I wanted to have you on and not even to talk about all this bullshit, because that's what it is. I mean, that could be the most savage I've ever seen anybody go after.
It's so ridiculous. It's just stupid.
Gross. Do you guys let me know in the chat with a number 1 if you guys want to see another 30 to 60 seconds more of it, because you haven't watched it yet, because it's so bad.
My face looks all red today.
Joe doesn't do protection, he pulls out. Oh, he normally works Mondays from 10 till 6. But yeah, man, let me know. Like I said, just reply to an email or something. Okay, so people do want to see it because they haven't seen much of it apparently. So we'll go ahead and jump back in. Jay Carts, if this causes you PTSD, I apologize, because this shit was brutal.
All right. Yeah.
We'll watch another 60 seconds or so and see what happens. Boo, stop licking my arm. I can't.
Stop.
I can't control my mouse.
Stop, Boo.
Air about me. You know what I mean? And then you had your fucking group, and it makes sense now. It does make sense. You did send people to my group to fucking comment J Cart. Like, me and my girlfriend have been fucking watching this guy, bro. This guy is a fucking liar. He came from Corey Shear, who's apparently a big fan of Corey Shear. Makes sense. It makes fucking sense. You're here for the fucking money. You sit here and I saw this one day. I was watching this, right? So I follow this one guy. He posted something on.
Huh?
I can't even watch this.
Look at how pissed he is. Like, look at how freaking mad he is.
It's so ridiculous.
So I'll do a spoiler alert a little bit. So he calls Jay Carts fake, and he calls him a liar over and over, yet does not at any point in time say anything that he has faked or any lie that he's told. He's not one, but he acts like the guy is just a habitual liar. Like I said, Jay Carts, I don't watch everything he puts out, but I've watched enough to know that, like, he's a chill dude. Like, I can't see him behind the scenes talking shit about anybody. I can't see it.
No.
And he certainly doesn't do it in his videos.
No, and I mean, because you showed me some of his video just I could get an
very,
idea.
Very calm compared to what I would have done.
Grant you, I don't watch a lot of the video stuff, but he actually showed me And it was like, oh my gosh, so what's the problem? And I mean, he was explaining that he just unfriended him or unfollowed him, and he's going off because he's so butthurt about
Yep.
being unfollowed.
And it's
It's
not
like
like
ridiculous.
Jay Carts didn't go on and make a video saying, "Hey, I just wanted everybody to know that I followed or unfollowed A1 Solutions because he did this." He just unfollowed him. Like, didn't even unfriend him, unfollowed. It's because, you know, and Jay Carts has a video up too. I recommend everybody go watch that because that was done very tasteful in my opinion. Because, like I said, it with me, I don't know if I could have been that calm and collected because he was very.
No,
very
because you
pro.
were.
I probably would have made a video like he did and probably would have not posted it.
Yeah.
And then remade a second one because I try to not go off on people, but
I mean, Jeff was.
I was
hot.
pissed. I was really, really pissed. I don't like people going after some people, you know, they kind of do things or say things like Side Eye Guy. He's controversial. So sometimes people are going to go after him. And it's not going to piss me off as much as someone going after somebody who I think is just a chill, cool dude like Jay Carts. I don't like that, you know. But, you know, some of us, like, you know, we make bold statements, and therefore, like, if someone comes after me a little bit, I mean, I kind of expect that. But even then, I don't know that I've ever seen any debunker or anybody else warrant that kind of tirade. Like, that was just, it was sick.
Mhm.
It is like that for 20 minutes. It's bad. And I don't
That's
really
crazy.
want, and don't go give the guy hate. Please don't go over there and give the guy hate because, I mean, he really could have something wrong mentally with him. I think he did say in a second video that he does have some mental problems, but that's another thing too. This is probably going to get me in trouble.
But at
People
the same time, it's like, okay, I get it. And if you have, it's fine, but don't try to use it.
That doesn't give you the right to go off for 20 minutes.
But don't
Call
use
somebody-
it as an excuse
Right.
to be able to go off on people and say, and it's like, that's not an excuse.
Yep.
It's like, you still should be respectful and
Yep. Or if that was a part of a mental flare up, I guess, take the video down and make a new one saying, "Hey,
Right.
man, I had a moment there. I was pissed off. I do have some problems. I shouldn't have done this," and remove the video because it's still there and it's gross.
yeah.
Yes, Friday House. He's the blueprint of immature. And in a couple other videos, like, he goes crazy on his people in his chat too. If you don't tell him how much you love him and all this other stuff, like, boo, would you stop? You've got,
Oops, people keep getting
Robin.
on me here.
yes, the 48-hour rule.
Yes.
If you still want to say that shit in 48 hours, let it fly.
Now, has that not saved you?
Mhm.
Because there's been a couple times Jeff has wanted to do something, and
Normally
I said,
it's-
I don't think, like, he's wanted to post a video, and I'm like, I don't think it's right, and I think you need to wait. And so he didn't, and then he pulled it back because he goes,
Yep.
"You're right. I should
The
have
one
waited."
time I didn't wait and I posted a video, but other people called me out on it, which I
Mhm.
appreciate. And I ended up taking it down because it was a video I shouldn't have posted. It wasn't anything bad or nasty or
No,
it just,
but it was just something that shouldn't have. And I told him because I felt that it was what he was talking, saying about other people. I'm like, that's kind of what you're doing if
Mhm.
you put that up. And he's like, no. And it's like, okay,
I think actually Candy's one that really called me out on it.
yes, it was.
Yep. And there again, no shade because you were absolutely right. I shouldn't have posted that. But anyway, it's gone forever. So
Wait, here.
you keep right clicking.
I know. There we go. And are you dressed up? And I asked this before, and wasn't it? It's the jacket or something.
Huh?
His jacket
I don't
at
know.
Jamie.
I got to see the profile.
Yeah,
picture.
it's the jacket here.
Well, we'll just post his comment.
Oh yeah, see, it's the jacket. Yeah,
Yep, that's right.
because I was like, "Ooh, Adam Ant." That's why it looks familiar. Because I thought if I followed
Faith,
him
how
on
you doing?
YouTube, or on not YouTube, on TikTok, but it's not. It was from something else.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the whole thing, like I said, please don't go give this guy hate because I really, we've got a guy in town that this Anthony really reminds me of. Like, the guy is always freaking right, and he is going to die on any claim that he makes. And if you criticize it one bit or say, hey, maybe you should look at it this way, or what, I mean, he goes ape shit crazy, like, you know, just like Anthony does. And it's, and I used to kind of mess with him because, not that I started it, but him and I would go back and forth a bit. But then I realized one day, it's like, I think this guy might be on the spectrum. So I don't even acknowledge that he's around. Because
I'm so glad I've never run into him.
Well, we saw him one time.
No, I'm saying where I work.
Oh, yeah. But that being said, too, I mean, hey, Andrew, how's it going? He brought a lot on himself. He would do, in this, I can see this A1 solution guy doing this, would do absolutely stupid shit, go off on people, you know, on live streams and this and that and the other thing. And then a couple days later, apologize for it. Like, okay, it's all good. Like, no one's going to remember what horrible, horrible stuff you said. And then in 2 weeks, he'd do it again. So it's like a lot of the stuff he brought on himself. But that being said,
These are going to be out of cookies.
he didn't need people calling his job, but he was doing it too. I don't know, man. That's
it was
a tough
just
one.
a lot of, and then people wonder why I don't get involved in a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I am not one that likes drama.
Yep. Hey, Parasolo, how are you?
I mean, the drama. So, I mean, Jeff can tell, I do not like drama so bad that once I realized somebody still could actually watch or look at my, my Facebook page, I blocked them. So then they commented to Jeff that she blocked me. And it's like, but you would not have known, but you had to let somebody know. And it's like, we ain't doing this game. We're not causing drama. So just block you and move on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because, Jay Karts, I felt bad for you. That was, I mean, not saying you can't defend yourself or anything like that, but I was way madder than I should have been. Do we want to
take this down?
Probably should here. But I was probably madder than I should have been. I probably shouted some cuss words at them.
I mean, I was, but like I said, I for one that does not watch a lot of the videos in that, I was like floored. I was like, what?
Yep. It was pretty
Candy, you said that we're on X. We never checked that one. Yeah,
we are on X.
We are. Do you check it?
No.
We are on X, but we never check it. I don't even think I remember the password for it.
I remember it.
Oh, I'm glad
it was the day that you said all the passwords.
Oh, okay. So then it's the original one because
But
I've had to change all the other ones.
I don't even know if I have access to that.
I probably still do that
page or profile or whatever.
I probably still do, but I just never check that one because we don't.
Instagram, I'm kind of checking a little bit more.
Well, that's because I got
Hey, Ghostus.
Because you get that through Meta, you get the messages.
Yeah.
But I usually check the TikTok and the Instagram and Facebook. We both kind of check Facebook, but Instagram and TikTok, I usually always check and always make sure. Jeff, if it's anything on Instagram, I always make sure you know.
I didn't have the notifications on for the Instagram ones, and like for the longest time. And we had people like asking us for help that I didn't see it. Like, I was like,
so that's why
3 months later, you message them and say, I am so sorry.
Yeah. That's why I kind of took over on making sure like messages are we're getting the messages, just because I even check our email. So if anybody emails us, I'm the first one to see emails as well.
Yep.
But I check those email. I check at least once or twice a day. Mm-hmm. But all the other stuff, I usually check a couple times during the day.
Yep.
And I get notifications on that.
Yep. Yeah, I'm better at checking I don't do anything with TikTok.
That's Candy, it's the same as it's the Boo Productions Paranormal Toledo as our TikTok.
Yep.
Everything we have is Boo Productions Paranormal Toledo. Because I was able to change almost everything to add the Toledo to the back of it. If it's not with the Toledo, it's just the Boo Productions Paranormal, but that one is with Toledo as well.
Yep. And show his
who This one?
Yeah. So he says, honestly, I appreciate that. It was certainly an experience to see. Yeah. If I would have woke up to something like that about me, I would have been like,
Okay.
what? Where in the fuck did that come
But
from?
you know what my response was? Why did he make that at 1 o'clock when I'm sleeping?
Exactly. That's what my smart ass would have said in the comments.
That's what my smart ass would have said.
Like, oh, and you go make a whole ass video about someone when they're sleeping.
Mhm.
That's what I would have said.
Because I come out here and ask you that? Did he do that while he was sleeping?
Probably.
I think I did because I'm just on that little. That's my rant anymore, is because he does that when people no, he's doing it when he doesn't want people to do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, people.
Yeah.
Don't
So
let
if
him
people
do
don't know who we're talking about, that was his
one's
last
funny.
thing. He really went after debunkers. Yeah, don't let him interrupt your sleep again. Exactly. But he got really upset because someone left a comment on his video when he was sleeping. A Christmas tree in the background makes me feel jolly, not spooky. I mean, it's surrounded by the nun.
Yeah, and
It still has monsters and Slimer and
Slimer and a ghost.
there's. We did have to take down the Ouija board though to make room for it, which.
It's actually,
sucks.
and it's kind of funny because it was a last minute tree put up, so it's patriotic. So
Very
it's
last
red,
minute.
white, and blue.
Like within the last half hour.
Yeah.
Before
I was
we
like,
started.
hey, do you want to put up a tree? So it was like what I had, because we had just taken all the ornaments back to storage. So it was like I didn't even think about it, about doing a tree until it was back.
Hey,
so
Shape is in the house. Shape.
Hey, Shape.
I really if you can message me on Facebook or something, I mean, maybe I'm just not looking right, but I really, there's something I want to talk to you about, Shape. If you can send me a message and then I'll ask you a question. I'm not going to bug the shit out of you, but I would love to see, and you don't have to answer this now. I'm not putting you on the spot, but I would love to invite you to be a guest on one of our shows some Monday night. Cause I know you don't do lives very often, but I have seen you do a couple, and you're just one person I've always wanted to talk to. I need to hear more about the Shape. Andrew's another one that I want to get on sometime. Because him and I've heard him talk recently. I watched his video on paranormal nightmares. And he sounds like he investigates residential stuff the exact same way we do. You go in there, you tone down the fear, you look for reasonable explanations for everything you can possibly find. And then, then go from there with an investigation if it's warranted. So a lot of times too, if you could just talk the people down from the last group of investigators that they had in there because they scared the shit out of them, it's a win-win. Teach them how to control their house a little bit, how to.
That's a big part of what we do. People don't realize when we go and do residentials, we're teaching people how to cleanse their house, how to bless their house, what they need to, how that they have to make sure their intents are there. I mean, people don't realize that is a lot. I mean, we probably end up doing more of that than we do investigations.
Yeah, we definitely do more.
Did you see the comment?
What's up? Awesome, Shape. Yeah, I will try and find your contact info. I don't want you to put it in the chat because obviously then everybody's gonna want to. And I wasn't trying to put you on the spot, but I will definitely get a hold of you because you were the first guy that I saw as a debunker. I was like, wait, because I was watching, I think like I had seen some Omar Gosh stuff, and it's like, this is such bullshit. How do people not see that this is bullshit? And it was just irritating. And I never knew that there was a debunking community where people were making videos about this and catching them faking and stuff like that. So I was like, this is freaking awesome. So yeah, Shape is the one that I wish I remembered the video that I saw. That was it. No, it wouldn't have been. It might have been Cody and Satori. It might have been, but I could be wrong about that because I definitely found some debunkers watching Cody and Satori.
Yeah.
Stuff, because that was one of my first videos that actually did really, really well. So
okay. Is your countdown on?
Yeah.
30 days.
But another thing too, Shape shouted me out so many times. Andrew Stone Rock shouted me out in a video recently. Jesus, Beardo has shouted me out, especially about the last video. Who made the videos? Why? Oh, Mythos made a video, and who else? How can I not remember?
Beardo?
No.
Mythos?
Oh, the Shape did. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. When I saw Shape, when I saw my, Shape has very, his animations are very, like, it's a Shape animation. How did I?
Didn't we just
Jesus
watch
Christ,
this
I'm
last one?
stupid.
Wasn't it the one? Yeah.
Yeah, we
watched it. We actually
on the
had
big
my
screen.
daughter, our daughter, watch it too. She actually was laughing. She usually doesn't get into the stuff, but
she's not into paranormal stuff.
But she was
all.
laughing at it too. So
Yep.
it was a good one.
Yeah, when I saw the animation in the intro, I was
It was
my ass
so
off. That was
funny.
so funny.
You said Shape first when you were doing it. So
okay.
I thought
Good.
you said it, but I was like,
yep. But I mean, others have shouted it out too. And that's, you're doing something right when the people that you watch and admire and look up to, when they call you out, like that's some good stuff.
I hear Dawson's going to come visit me.
Because of that whole series of events. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we've got more friends online than in real life. That's how cool we are.
Yeah, it was funny because we are trying to meet up with people and that. So it was out of the blue. Jeff came in. He was like, "Hey, Dawson might be coming." I was like, "Oh, okay." Because he might be staying a night with us. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So Dawson, he did check, and
you have to be dog approved though.
You have to be dog approved,
they'll
but
be fine with you once you're in here for 10 minutes.
As long as you pay attention to them,
yep,
they'll love you. But
I don't think Mr. Gray did. I saw that in the comments. Inger, unless I missed it, it's very possible I missed it. There's so many channels that I like. I don't get to watch everything I want to watch, and channels like Beardo and Mythos lately, they've been putting 2-3 videos out a week and going live a couple times a week, and it's hard to Shape. I think has upped his output. It seems like he's been putting out more videos recently too, so it's so hard to watch everything I want to watch. And then I get stuck on watching like this A1 Solution crap.
Oh, it just irritates me.
Yep. Are you really scared of dogs? Okay.
Oh, so
Bubba will scare you at first.
Bubba's guy said Bubba will probably scare you at first, but he's the biggest sweetheart in the world. It's just because when he barks, he lunges forward because he's got that coonhound bark in him with the boxer, so he kind of jumps. But he doesn't do anything.
Go one up.
This one?
Nope. Down. There.
Yeah,
Ghosts is a new channel. He's saying reactions are coming soon to his channel. So
yeah. So Dawson, you'll get used to him quickly. At least he won't have to sleep with you because he won't sleep with anybody but me or Jeff. So you're good there.
Yep. And if it's me and Dana, they sleep with her.
They're my babies.
That's why I don't get to sleep in bed very often, because
they hog the bed.
There's Dana's side and then there's the dog side. Yep, we do too.
Yep. Well, and one of ours is he actually knows me so well that he alerts in the middle of the night if my blood sugars drop. So
yeah, thanks guys for alerting me.
Yeah.
They
Jeff,
weren't here though.
They weren't there when you dropped. Jenna brought him home.
Yeah, I had a scary, for me it scared me, but my blood sugar dropped to like 46 one day, and I was just
He's never had that happen.
Yeah, I thought I was getting the flu, and I just started feeling weird. Then I started shaking, and then I couldn't see the computer screen. It was all wonky, and I'm just like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So I took my blood sugar, and it was 46, and then I ate a massive amount of candy bars,
and it went the other way.
Shot way up.
He doesn't listen because he calls me at work, and I'm like,
"Where's the candy?"
I'm like, he's like, yeah, because I have a stash of candy. And I was like, drink apple juice and then eat something. But he went crazy on the sugar, and then it went skyrocket. You can't.
Then I felt like shit from eating all that candy.
Yeah. So it's like you have to have something. Like I usually do apple juice or pineapple juice. That's why we always have apple juice or pineapple juice in the house. Or we have regular soda, just a few cans of regular soda. and then I will and then I eat lots of cheese and crackers when that happens.
Yeah, no, I went straight for the candy. Did so I did want to talk about the lives that we did from the Collingwood for a few minutes.
Yeah.
The last one we got no signal in the basement, so that's why we aborted that one because
And
there
it's
was no
crazy
sound.
because that's when at the end is when we had stuff happen to us.
Yes,
of
that
course.
would have been live. That would have been freaking cool as hell.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they would have heard it on the live.
I
It
don't
depends
know.
if you had the
Yeah,
camera that pointed
but
the
it
right
was
way.
crazy because both of us just thought somebody was coming down the hall because the elevator shaft was like down the hallway a little bit from where we were at. And it sounded like somebody was like right there walking down the hallway towards us from the elevator, and there was nobody.
Were we live when I lost my shit in the first session? When I was getting really, really mad?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know you
yes.
were live. So if you guys saw that, I'm sorry. I can be
think
a
you
jerk
weren't
when we
right on
investigate
top of
sometimes.
me though, so it wasn't
Okay.
so bad. But I was like laughing, no, because you did start going off, and I was like, "Oh, there goes Jeff."
There was confusion as to who was going to go where, like in the building, so that none of us were, making noises that other people could hear. And I kept hearing our group, part of our group. I'm like, I was
Papa,
like,
what are you doing?
I said things on
What are you doing?
recorders that I should have said, and apparently said it on the live, so. But I was really, really pissed. I like, oh
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
And
because we
especially
tried
since there's
to.
a router right
Yeah,
there.
there was a route, and it was like, oh, it's right there, and we thought we had the right stuff, but it was like, nope. It was like, oh well.
All right, see you, Dawson. We
Bye,
gotta have
Dawson.
Dawson on sometime too, because he always has me on his lives on Friday nights. And
Oh, I know,
we
when
gotta
I'm
have
in
him on.
bed. I think he does that on purpose, so I'm never on the lives. I think he does it on purpose.
No, he lives in a different
I
time zone.
know.
Plus, I think he's a vampire too. I think he's up all night and sleeps all day. So
Yeah, no, it's
of
funny
paranormal people
because
it's weird.
it is funny because I'll like on Fridays if I
Hey,
hear you're
Michael, how
still
you
up, I usually will I'll come out and
Just come out and say hi.
I'll say hi at least. Yeah.
Yep.
That's about as much as you guys usually. Sometimes I'll sit in for a little bit, but not always.
Yep.
Just depends on my mood.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's really
Dawson, I'll decide that when you come
he's
and
not a
stay with
vampire.
us.
Yeah. Dawson. I'm not gonna ruin shit, but Dawson did have a vampire video out.
Yep.
And that's all I'm gonna say. I know things. Dawson turned me on to a really, really cool story that I'm not gonna do anything with, but I didn't know this was like a real thing. So yeah, he's the husky whisperer. Dawson talks to huskies.
Huskies? Well, maybe he'll be that with Bubba. He's not a husky though, but Bubba does. He's you never know. Oop. I hate when I do that.
Yep. I don't know. Should we go back to A1 Solutions for a minute, or are we done with that topic?
I think we're done because I can't stand that. It just it irritates me.
I see the numbers, and I don't know if we have people rotating in and out. And
I don't know.
do
That's
see
just
new people
irritating.
joining. But yeah, we talked about that a little earlier. So I guess if people really want to see that, hey Giuseppe, how you doing?
Yeah, no, it
go
just
back and watch the beginning because it's hard to watch. It makes me mad. So, I think I'm going to get a refill. So, do you have anything you'd like to discuss?
No.
Well, you better think of something quick.
Why?
Because you'll be the only one in here.
Why?
Unless you want to watch A1 Solutions.
No,
stuff.
oh my gosh,
Okay.
no. So anybody got any questions? Let's do that real quick.
We need to get some questions rolling.
Get some
up in
questions, and then
here.
we can start with
Man,
that.
this still blows me away. It's a Monday night. We've got 62 people in here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we first started doing this show, if we had 5 to 7, like we were like, holy shit, did you see all those people that were in here?
Anything over 10, we were excited.
Yes,
so,
if it got over 10,
and we
it was
had
like,
at one point we had 72 in
shit,
here today.
This shit is going viral. We had 12 people watch. Like,
yeah, at one point tonight though we had 72. So
and then and even with the Warren Legacy Foundation, when I did their live shows, we would a big show was 20 to 25 people.
Oops.
Now we had some getting towards the end. I started booking some really, really cool guests that some of them we're going to have on this channel. We had Ralph Sarchi on. He was the guy that the movie Deliver Us from Evil that Eric Bana was in. It's based on his life. Ralph Sarchi is the real guy. He is
awesome.
He's something else to talk to. Dude is like, he's got that thick Bronx accent because he was a Bronx cop. And very, very much. When I first talked to him, it felt like I was talking to a mob boss. Just talking to him, he had that real accent, and he's no bullshit. Like he is he's a man's man. He says things how he feels, and he doesn't hold back one bit. But he was very, very cool to talk to, in his real life stories of doing paranormal stuff. So I'd like to get him back on again.
He was cool.
Yeah, somebody keeps asking about the twins getting robbed. Yeah, we did hear.
I didn't until
you
just
didn't
now.
hear this. So yeah, the twins apparently got robbed, and I'm not gonna say that they didn't. I'm not gonna say that they're trying to get attention, because I'm gonna take their word for it that they got robbed, and that sucks ass. There's no reason for me to go at them for that at all, because it's bullshit, man. When people work, whether you like them or not, dudes work hard for their money, and they're so they work to earn what they get,
even though sometimes it's a joke.
Yeah, but regardless, they earn their money, and no one else has a right to their stuff. I don't know if they took their ghost hunting equipment. I don't know what they took, but they apparently, whoever robbed them took a bunch of stuff. Hopefully it wasn't somebody out to get them for something, because that would be really, really messed up. But it sounded like there was other robberies in that neighborhood. So it doesn't sound like somebody targeted them specifically, but
they just got the mother load when they did.
Yep.
Mark had a question.
I don't even know what Parapsychon 6 is.
Is that
a local one, Mark?
I know we've been talking about going to some out a little ways.
Yeah, we've been talking about maybe branching out a little bit more, and because we normally do like 2 a year.
This year we want to try to do at least 4.
Yep,
we want to at least double, depending on when they are, where they're at, and just seeing what we can do.
And some of those big ones, I'm going to be honest, like I'm not going to pay $70 for a ticket. Like, let's say we don't get a table. Let's say we just get tickets. I'm not spending those high ticket prices to go see TV stars that I don't believe are on the up and up all the time anyway.
Right. And
that's not all of them. And I'm not saying that about all of them. In fact, one guy that does a lot of these events is Jeff Bellinger. And we're going to talk to him. What? Friday House, that is way out of line. You should be putting time out for that.
That was good.
That's a good one. That's
where I don't have my little hand.
Yeah, that's definitely a high five moment.
That's a little high five hand.
That's funny.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Yeah, his onesie needs to be putting time out. That was a good one. So we're gonna have Jeff Bellinger on next week. We're gonna talk about Krampus and some other holiday legends and where they got their start and their origins, and because a lot of times, the holidays that we view now and some of the stories that we hear now are way different than what their origins are.
We have some footage of Jeff, not you, other Jeff.
Yes.
We have some.
I hope he doesn't get mad.
That
he can't get mad.
I doubt. No. Okay, this was our first.
Like very nice guy.
This was the first time I had ever met him in person. I mean, I have seen videos with him, and I've seen other things, and meeting him, because the first time I had talked to him, we were in line to get food. And I don't even remember what we were talking about, but it went off to a random thing really quick, and it was just like hysterically funny. But then he came and sat at the table with us, and he told us what he was going to do. We thought he was joking. He was not joking. He actually, word for word, what he told us he was going to do.
Yep,
he did. And it was hysterical.
And that's what we're going to show.
And that's what we're going to show. It was so,
I hope he's not watching to get a preview of like, hey, so what do these guys like?
Yeah.
I better check them out before I come on next week. We're
It's
not
fine.
going to do shit, Jeff. We're going to talk about how
okay. Is the camera just making me red, or is like, am I super red right there?
not super red. It's
It's
the camera's
weird. I
picking
just
up.
feel like I look like
look
I
at
have red
look at my
splotches.
face. My face looks super red, and
But I just feel
my-
like I have red splotches everywhere.
yeah, no.
But
it's
with
the
me, you
camera.
never know because it could be hives. So
We got the red lighting in the back. We got way more backlight. I'm going to work on getting more front lights so that people can actually see us a little bit better.
is that what you're asking Santa for Christmas?
That is what I put on my
Did you
family list. Yeah.
on your family list
Mhm.
or
Nope.
the girl list?
The family list.
Oh, it's in Mansfield. Ah,
Oh, that's the one at OSR. So see, that's one of those I'm talking about.
I
If-
don't
if
know
I
if
remember right, it's pricey. It's really
Yeah.
expensive, and to get a table there,
See, and that's the thing, because for us
I
to
don't
get
know.
a table, sometimes we have to weigh it out because that's why we ended up, that's why I end up having things to sell because it kind of balances out for us to have the purpose of the table. So as long as we make what the table's worth, I'm like, we're fine. If we break
but
even
their
on it,
tables are probably super expensive.
yeah. But that's the thing. If it's like something that there's no way we're going to be able to make that table back,
Yep.
it's like a lot of times it's like it's not worth
Yep.
it.
Yeah, it is
Unless,
at
I
OSR.
mean, it would have to be something would be invited to, that's something way beyond that we would probably maybe do it. But
I don't want
I
to
don't
say that. I don't want to say that I'm a little embarrassed. I've never been to OSR, and it's
I
only
thought you have been.
no, I've never been there. It's only a couple hours away,
Yeah.
and I've never been there.
I've been there twice and had two things happen to me both times.
Never
Or
been there.
two times. Every time I go, I have something happen
But
to me.
one thing too, though, I don't
The
like
first
to,
time kind of creeped me out because I had my purse ripped off of my shoulder.
I don't like to do public ghost hunts, like the ones where you pay $75 and you're in that place with 100 other people. I don't like to do.
Well, and see that now this is funny too. The first time I went, it was not as fan based as it is now. It was like now they have all these rooms set up that have like all the fan stuff and
It's
all
all
the
the
information.
Shawshank
Yeah,
stuff.
the Shawshank
Yep.
stuff. When I first toured that, it was not like that.
Right.
It was just like and I absolutely enjoyed that much more than it now being so glammed up for as an attraction, which it's so crazy. It's just I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, we used to have a line to Krampus.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to really, really dig
I'm
into
gonna
the
actually
archives of the Boo shows,
I'm gonna actually speak out to him and reach out to him
we did a show where we had Krampus on.
and maybe see like if he's gonna be doing anything, and maybe just even do just to
pop in and say hey.
just that, or just even do just maybe some record something.
Mhm.
But I gotta talk with him. But
Yep.
I have a direct connection to
Yes.
Krampus.
We interviewed him and Santa in the same show
Mm-hmm.
a couple Christmases ago.
That
so
was
if you guys
interesting.
get bored someday, go back in the old live shows and look
But
for that.
and
'cause
the
it was
YouTube
a good
ones,
show.
is it on YouTube?
think
Because
it's on
if we won't have it on Boo because we lost that.
I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube.
Hopefully it is,
If it-
because
if it
it
is,
sucks that we lost all our Facebook stuff.
I definitely downloaded that one. So
Okay.
if nothing else, I could upload it again. But yeah, that was a good interview. Krampus and Santa going at it, man. It was
pretty cool.
that's
All right.
bring up Steph's real quick. Again, I don't want to talk shit about the twins, but like some of the things that they did say in their video like didn't make sense. Like the owner, so they apparently they lease a house and the owner of the house isn't going to pay for the damage done to the house. That didn't make sense to me. Or his insurance isn't going to kick in, or are they supposed to have renter's insurance and don't? I don't know, but it just seemed like an odd thing to me.
We're on the countdown, so it's not going to kill you much. He's trying. Jeff is going to. He set his
On January 2nd.
January 2nd is the day.
Mm-hmm.
So January 2nd will be the last. January 1st will be the last day he smokes.
Yep.
So finally, Papa, you need to stop. I don't know what your problem is.
And I don't know if y'all saw my post the other day, but I did lose my man card officially over the weekend. Instead of watching the Ohio State Michigan football game,
Which we need to talk about that. Some people might
I went to see the movie Wicked.
which was pretty cool. So back to the Jeff is a Michigan fan. I'm an Ohio State fan. As of yesterday or as of Saturday, we have a connection to Notre Dame. So we both kind of like Notre
I'll let
Dame
you
at this
talk about
point.
this one.
So I don't know if anybody in here is Michigan or follows Michigan, Ohio State, or football, but
Shit, you're gonna have to scoot up if you can. Or sideways.
so at the end of, can you get there?
Yeah, the tree was there.
Okay, so we have like Ohio State, and we live right on the Michigan-Ohio line, so it's even bigger rivalry where we're at. But anyhow, Michigan and Ohio, big rivalry every year. And so Michigan had actually won this year. They've won the last couple of years. So Ohio State always does something when they win at their Michigan. When they're at Michigan and they win, they always try to do something. Well, Michigan was at Ohio State and they tried to plant their flag in the middle of the field after the game since they won. And it got nasty with fighting. And so some of the police officers, even though Ohio State football players started the fights, Michigan players got maced. So it's been like, okay. But since seeing, and when you keep watching the videos over and over, a lot of the stuff that started happened from Ohio State side. So needless to say, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm like, we have a good reason to be supporting Notre Dame and to root for Notre Dame. So we now, I know for me, I'm now a Notre Dame fan. So I said, I'm just so embarrassed. I said, I just can't.
Yeah, and Ohio State was supposed to win by 19
Yeah.
and a half points, I think was the spread. And
So yeah, it was
and Michigan is bad this year.
terrible.
They're 7-5, I think.
It was terrible. And so, but it was just crazy. And I'm just like, so like I told, what was it yesterday? I told you I just am so embarrassed to
Their
be.
prices aren't that bad. They're not as bad as I thought they were going to be.
An 8 foot. So that's what we pay at some of the other ones.
Actually,
so
that's not as bad.
We'll
as
have
I
to
thought it
look
was gonna
into
be.
that. Maybe we'll do that.
Yep. I might consider it for that.
I will tell you this. I am very surprised at Jeff because one, it is before my birthday and I already got part of my birthday present. And two, he's already started Christmas shopping for me, which is a miracle.
But let's be fair. This is where I out myself. The reason I gave you your birthday present early
is so
because I didn't want to lose it before her birthday. I didn't want to hide it and lose it.
Yeah, so he didn't want to lose it. Mine, I almost had all my Christmas shopping done until my mom did me in this evening. I found out, so I have to go and redo some Christmas shopping. So, but usually I get done with my Christmas shopping. Usually
you're done on Black Friday.
Usually I am done by my birthday. Always, I'm done by my birthday, which is December 15th. So I usually try to have everything wrapped.
We'll be on live for your birthday.
Huh?
We'll have a Dana birthday party.
My birthday's on a Sunday.
Oh.
The 16th is a Monday.
Oh, yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I did the math in my head and I forgot to carry the one.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so usually we have, because my nephew's birthday is the same day as mine, and then my sister's brother-in-law's birthday is 7 days later, or 10 days later, 7 days later. So we have like 3 birthdays. We within 10 days of Christmas, before or after, we have 4 birthdays in our family.
Yes.
We have 10 days within 10 days before Christmas, and we have 1 that is within 10 days after Christmas. So we have a lot of December and January birthdays.
I've always felt bad for people with birthdays that are around Christmas because I got to think you
You
kind of
get
got
gypped.
screwed a little bit when you're
My
a
mom
kid.
was really good about
Yeah.
doing stuff. So and we did it with my nephew too, that he got like a half birthday. So my mom would always give him a half birthday gift. And like, but we would always, my mom would try. I mean, my mom made sure that we had birthday presents and we had Christmas presents.
Mhm.
So our birthday, now on my dad's side of the family, everything for me was always put together. But then my sister and my brother, because my brother was in July and my sister was after Christmas, they would get Christmas presents separate, but my gifts were always put together. So it kind of sucked. But then again, that's a sperm donor kind of issue that.
Yep.
So, but but I'm impressed that Jeff's already started Christmas shopping. I usually do most of the Christmas shopping for the family. He just basically has
Yeah.
to buy for me and his one person for the gift exchange, because we do a blind draw, so we don't know who everybody else has. And so you draw one person and then you get that gift for the one person. And then he usually will pick out something for the boys.
Yep.
And
I've been
but
getting them tools.
yeah, we keep buying to build up their tool chest. But for the most part, I buy pretty much everything for Christmas, including the girls and then the boys' girlfriends. So I buy usually all that stuff for them. So, but usually we have and usually if it's not.
Were you trying to read that? I
Yeah.
just covered it up.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? But we usually will try to get everything done before December 10th. Although this year I got our Christmas tree up a lot quicker than we did. Usually I get it up.
Last year we were on top of it.
But usually it's like the second week of December I get it up. But this year I actually have it up already.
Oh no, Penn State.
Oh, see, look at Kenny went to see too.
Huh?
Kenny went to see Wicked too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
really good.
my man card was lost because I went to see it on the day and time
But you
of the
chose
biggest
the
football game
time.
of the
But you
year.
chose it.
I know, because I don't really get into football that much.
He chose it.
I'm not going to fight with people about football and teams. And like a lot of times I do wear Michigan stuff and Notre Dame stuff. And, you know, you go out on a football Saturday in a Michigan shirt and people either want to kick your ass or
the other day
want your opinion on the state of the program. And it's like, I'm the wrong guy to talk to.
The other day I went to the store and my Notre Dame stuff. This was like on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Day or like the day after Thanksgiving. I don't remember, but it must have been the day before Thanksgiving, maybe, or the day after. I don't remember. But I went to the store with my Notre Dame sweatshirt on and the Notre Dame beanie, and some guy got nasty with me about it.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Gravity together. Oh my God, yes.
That would be funny. That would be. I actually, people don't know this. I used to sing some songs in our band. We definitely had a lead singer, but
wait. You got to tell him the name of the band.
Sexy Roast Beef. We've discussed this before.
I just like when you say it because it is funny.
Yep.
And I know the guys, which even makes it funnier because if you see the guys together, I'm like, why did you come up with this name? Why?
Well, and here's the story on how we came up with the name. So the first gig that we did, it was a charity gig. There was multiple bands there and it was our turn to play. And the guy was like, okay, I want to introduce you guys. What's your band name? We're like, we don't really have one. We've just started playing together. And he's like, so he introduced us on stage as Sexy Roast Beef, and we just stuck with it, not knowing what it meant. But we had some funny graphics and shit for it. I wish this stuff was still like up on Facebook, but Facebook really wasn't a thing then. And I mean, maybe there's a MySpace page out there with all the shit on it, but we'd have pictures of like cows on a stripper pole, just stupid, funny stuff like that. That cow's wearing lingerie.
Wait, I missed something here because I'm seeing that.
Oh, I don't know. I missed it too.
So what am I missing?
Yeah, there was. So I found out there were multiple football games where the teams were trying to plant flags on the other team's logo. You're probably not going to find it. It's probably something regarding something you said like 5 minutes ago. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Notre Dame. Yep. We actually get some pretty good seats at Notre Dame for those games.
Yeah, Spitfire. I don't know if A1's going to, he'll probably go after somebody else. Like, If you, it looks like you just joined us, so we talked about all that already, and the consensus is no one else really wants to hear about it because the guy was so vile and disgusting that we're not going to watch any more of it.
Yeah.
We watched about 2 minutes of it maybe, and that was enough for people to get the gist. Kenny was asked about Wicked.
Oh, thank you,
Covered it up.
Paul. Paul, for the
Show that one.
which one?
The one that you covered that I was reading.
Oh, like what you do to me?
Yeah, that one. When Kenny was asked about Wicked, he said, all I'll say is I saw it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I'm
It
not going to
was
say no,
good.
but I didn't know it was a musical before I saw it until about 2 hours before.
Oh yeah, and then I had to give him the TikTok to explain the
And I was
whole
like,
series, and he
yeah.
was like, it was funny because we came back. Oh, because then I almost spoiled it for Jenna, but she already knew, so I felt bad because I almost spoiled part of it. But she said no, she already knew, so I didn't feel so bad.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, go watch it. Even if it's not, I mean, okay, I'll tell another story about a musical. So a long time ago, a really good friend of mine was, he had a couple parts in a musical, and I thought it was a play. And he invited me to go watch their very last dress rehearsal before, they started doing the show. And then he told me it was a musical. Then he told me it was 3 hours. And I was like, what the fuck did I agree to? I was like, oh my God, this is going to suck so bad. And I'm not going to lie. I loved it.
But
I really, really liked it.
But when we first met, you found out that I helped out with musicals at the kids' high school.
Yeah. And the Whitmer
And
drama.
so then you came on and started helping out with, helped out with the dinner, because I did a lot of I did most of the meals and prepping, and then would have somebody drop them off and we'd set them up and everything. And so he was just like, wow. I mean, he just couldn't believe how good this high school is for musicals. And it's pretty cool.
They did Shrek, and it was on par with like professional professional theater groups. Like it was, they were really, really good. Those kids could really, really sing. A lot of them actually, I think, went to college to be like
a lot of them go into college for musical majors. Yeah.
They did,
or they do some kind of theater in
Yep.
college. They do some and like Jenna, she actually did some theater in college, but then she did it her freshman year. But then after that, she was just going to be too busy to do more of it. But she actually did. She did some in school as well.
I missed that comment.
What was the 3-hour musical? Do you remember?
Put Cree's comment back up. I can't see it. Do you know that the BBC put a disclaimer on Wicked about how this was, no offense? Are you kidding me?
I saw that. Yeah, somebody had to put it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh. No, I'm not going there. I mean, I don't really feel like that needs to be said. And put in
somebody else had to put a disclaimer on something else, some movie or something. It was so crazy,
dumb as hell. But whatever. But anyway,
do you remember what the 3-hour play was?
Oh God, it was a.
I remember you telling me, and I can't remember what it was.
It was a very, I would say, like Elvis-y 50s jailhouse rock thing.
I don't remember what it was. I remember you telling me about it.
Without a Cause type thing, but it wasn't that.
It wasn't West Side Story.
No, but it was definitely one of the big scenes. I think the guy was singing Jailhouse Rock, but it wasn't about Elvis. Somebody may know what it means with that description, but it was very, 50s. But it was really good. Like and I respect the hell out of anybody that does anything good live. I don't even have to be a fan of what they're doing. Like, even some kinds of music I don't like.
Yeah.
But when you see people perform live and they really like got it going on, you can see through past the fact that you don't like that style of music or whatever. But it was not Nerdy Boys. I know that. The title is even something like I gotta think somebody knows it. I
Somebody
have to
said
think.
Nerdy Boys,
No, it
Guys and
wasn't Nerdy
Dolls.
Boys. Nope.
Bye
Wasn't
Bye
Guys and Dolls.
Birdie.
Nope.
I can't.
It wasn't Jersey Boys. Yeah, I can't remember either. Jesus, my memory's so bad. But yeah, like I said, I freaking loved it. I'm not gonna lie, and I joke around about losing my man card. I don't. I'm 51. I don't give a shit what people think about me anymore. I think at the time I don't know that all shook up. That's what it was. Goddamn Spitfire, you for the win. It was called All Shook Up. I'm pretty sure. So Spitfire, you get the prize, which is I'll just smoke a cigarette in your honor. We do not have prizes to pass out at this time. Yeah, Jamie agrees too. Like live music, live plays. I mean, even if you don't care for it, when you see people perform it well live, because I played music and did live shows, and a lot of work goes into putting on a live performance. So I respect the hell out of people that can do that. And I believe it or not, the first gig that I ever played guitar. I was in a country band, believe it or not, because I can't stand country music anymore. But we played at a wedding. What was our band name? The band name was the Midnight Desperados. That's the dumbest ass country band name in the planet, but that's what we were called. And I practically hid behind my guitar and amp. Like I was so afraid to play in front of people. Bill saw Cats 3 times. I won't hold that against you, Bill. I'm just kidding. I'd love to go see a big Broadway show, honestly. Like I said, I respect when people are good at doing what they do, whether it's my niche or not, Now, well, no, I can't say that because I've seen a ballet before too, and I thought that was pretty damn cool. What the hell is wrong with me? We saw the Nutcracker Suite when I was a kid, and I remember loving it. Or the Nutcracker. It wasn't the Nutcracker Suite, right?
No, just Nutcracker.
Okay, what's the Nutcracker Suite?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nutcracker of your suite, apparently.
The Spitfire got the name of the
I heard you.
play. It was All Shook Up, the musical.
Ooh.
Sky Talker gifting the 1 Boo membership. We appreciate you, Sky. Sky and I had a good conversation the other night. I'm not going to talk about it because it was private, but I've always had respect for Sky, and we sometimes just go, oh shit, she sent me a voicemail that I didn't listen to yet. Sky, I'm sorry. I'm so bad. But I will listen to that because I told her to leave me a voice message about something we were talking about, and she did, and I didn't listen to it yet.
Have you noticed that the bands
I'm a dumbass.
all the bands that Jeff's been in, they all have really weird names?
Yeah, Midnight Desperados is it's a bad band name.
So
Sexy Roast Beef was a
now,
good band name.
Now that one can go because with the
that
double
was a good
standard
band
meaning,
name for a bar band.
that was pretty.
We wanted to call ourselves Free Beer because we always wanted to put, free beer Friday night at 7, or whatever time we normally play 10 to 2, but
yeah.
So
we do have
Yep.
a Discord. We're waiting till January to debut it. Our cohort here, Jerry, is going to be running it.
because I don't know shit about it.
I don't know anything about it. I'm helping him set it up with telling him of things that we need and what we need to do. But Jerry is pretty much going to be handling that because, but I'm like, my ADHD does not have it in me to learn it right now. So.
Jeff Dana, I haven't been subbed. This ain't Joe Black, is it?
No, who
I
that
haven't
is.
been subbed but a month, but I have been watching for a while now. Oh, I appreciate it, Joe. Thanks. We really got it. So I'd say the beginning of October, we were at 1.5K subs.
Well, our goal was by the end of the year to hit 2,000.
And I thought there's no way.
Within a matter of a week of us saying that, we hit the 2,000. It was
we're at
how cool.
Almost 2.2 now. So but we got shout outs, and we definitely got help from people, but even after the fact, it's still going up, a few a day, which is, we appreciate everybody watching. Hope you guys like our stuff. What guitars did I use? Jamie, I have a Les Paul. I have an Epiphone. I have a Strat. I have a Yamaha acoustic. I have a tube amp. I have a solid state amp that's programmable, but I've got full PA system. I've got a drum kit.
Yeah.
I've got a 7-string.
Hi, Bubs.
I don't even remember the brand name of it. Not 7-string. It's a 6-string, but I think it's like a West Tone. It's a crappy guitar. So I put thick strings on it and tuned it down to a B. So that's my drop B guitar. So yeah, I have several. Oh, I have a 12-string as well. I don't remember the name of that, the brand name of that either.
So Cree asked, am I finally finished with school, and what does it mean for my future? Yes, I am done with school, thankfully. As you can tell, I'm now in scrubs. I actually was in scrubs before, but not.
Scrubs?
Huh?
I'm singing Scrubs.
I actually was in scrubs before for my job, but now I'm actually, for the job I have, I actually am in charge of like rooming and taking care of patients for 3 of the doctors in our office. And so I actually I do the rooming and like can place some orders and that. So I'm working in the same office I was, but now I'm just stepping up from doing PSC into now being a medical assistant. So I
Bill, those are nice guitars. Go ahead.
It's a step up for me. So I'm it's something different. It gets me back into patient care because I wasn't doing patient care with when I first started with the company I'm at, but now I'm back into doing that. So I'm excited to get back into it. It's still getting used to everything, but I'm getting excited about it.
No wonder you got the adamant coat.
Right?
36 guitars. I'm not worthy, brother. I am not worthy.
I keep trying to talk Jeff into letting me hang them on the one wall out here.
And honest to God, I would play more if we had more room. But
Yeah.
like to get a guitar out and an amp and play.
Well, it's because Bubba can't tolerate the noise.
Because, dude, okay, so here's the old band practice story. This was years ago. We practiced. This guy let us. He was just a fan of ours, and he let us practice in his basement. But then somebody's buddy had a Marshall 200-watt head, and then another one had a Mesa Boogie that was 300 watts. Like, there is no arena on the planet that you need either one of those amps to be in. But he was going to let us try them out because me and the other guitar player were thinking about buying them. We broke this guy's like knick-knack shit because everything was vibrating off his shelves. It was those, and we didn't even have them on. Like, it was either off or it blew your eardrums out. And I love the sound of them, but you couldn't use them anywhere.
Yeah.
And those amps were so just stupid. They were massive.
Well, thank you, Mark and Sky. Yeah, it's kind of nice being back in my office because being in school, I was in the office a couple of days and then I'd be back in class for a while. And
Ghostus plays guitar too. What is it with paranormal investigators being musicians?
Because a lot of you play either guitar,
Joe Vitale
drums.
is Crow. I mean, there's a lot of paranormal musician crossover. Weird. I've just always made that observation, but I don't know why. Or maybe it's YouTuber and because it's the YouTube is kind of the avenue I've chose recently to be artistic. I mean, I know a lot of people think, dude, you just make some videos, but there is an art to it and there is a thought that goes behind it. It's not always executed like I want.
I love when you guys
there's an artistic side.
We always know
YouTube video.
The band gets back together once a year, always. It's at Halloween time, and it's always fun to watch them play. This last year it wasn't so much because somebody kept kind of digging in there, and so it wasn't no fun because he kept jumping in and not letting the guys play, so it wasn't as fun.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna fight over my own guitar. If the dude wants to play, just let him fucking play.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like done.
But I owe my boys a jam night for sure. They keep trying to get me to come back. I just can't. I don't have the time to. And I told them, like, if I'm going to be in a band, I have to set aside time at home to practice, and I don't have the time to do that right now. I don't. I wish I did, but Sky as a member for 7 months.
Woohoo! We've had a lot of 7-month.
These are
today.
the OG people, because that was when we first started, was 7 months ago. So yeah, I don't know. Does it give you an opportunity to like shout out your membership renewal, or I don't know how that works, but that's cool as hell. When
Wow.
do that.
So we have
all y'all have been 7
Julie,
monthers.
Mike, Weeping Willow, Sue Mackey, Sky Talker.
And I missed half of them and didn't call them out. So
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's why we have our awesome Candy that does that for us.
Yes.
But yeah, we have quite a few.
Yep. And she gifted another membership. Thank you so much, Sky. Appreciate it.
Can play an instrument, but he might know how to play the guitar hero guitar.
No, actually, I think Beardo was a singer. I don't think he played guitar, but I think
I could see him as a singer.
He was a singer in a like metal band, like hardcore.
Oh no! Oh, here we go. He plays guitar.
Oh, okay. Yep. But I know I think I've heard him say he sucks, but he was primarily a singer, I believe. But a lot of times singers just put the guitar in their hand and they're not really playing it. I'm just kidding. Oh man.
Oh, second round of that didn't taste as good.
I'd love to. I wish we would have recorded more, but we didn't have phones back then when we did our band thing, and video cameras weren't like, not everybody ran around with a video camera. I wish there was more video and audio of what we used to do. Cause I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not bragging and patting myself on the back, but we were pretty good. People really liked our set list because we did, we would do a Tool song and then do a Beatles song. A lot of times we would find different takes on like, oh shit, what's the song that I was thinking about the other day that we covered? We did covers of bands doing covers of other popular songs, like different versions of it. I think we did Billie Jean. What was the guy from?
That's not going to make me know.
What was the show with the singers? Not Masked Musician. The original one where they would have a winner at the end of the year. The singing competition with Simon Cowell.
Oh my gosh. American Idol.
Yeah. So who's the one that won that you really liked? He's the
Adam Lambert.
Yeah. He did a cover of Beat It, and we did that version of Beat It.
Well,
we did weird shit.
Okay, this is going to test memory because he should know this. What is my favorite song that Adam Lambert has ever sung?
I may have to sing it because I don't know the title.
What is it?
It's a Johnny Cash song.
Mm-hmm.
Ring of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's actually when we do our presentations, that is my intro music, is Ring of Fire.
This might get us kicked off.
Adam Lambert.
This might get us kicked off, but let me keep talking. Let me see if I can find that video that I made of that.
Oh, of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. Adam, like when he was on American Idol, he was my favorite, and I still like listening to a lot of his stuff. And so it is like one of my favorite songs that he has done.
Oh wow, I found it right away.
Right away.
Whoa, shit. Hold on there, buddy. I'm not ready to share it yet. Okay. We're going to go back here. We are going to add this to the stage. Why is it still this guy? It should be this over here. Oh, because I didn't change it.
You didn't change it.
Hang on. Give me a second, guys. I'll get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll remove that.
We watched him at my daughter for her birthday, we bought her tickets to go see Queen in Cleveland, and
you couldn't have asked for a better substitute singer.
Oh my God, no.
Queen,
it was like even when you see him in concert and you see him live doing it's like if Adam Lambert was born to substitute in for Freddie Mercury, because it was just awesome.
Yeah, this
That
is
it was
on-
one of the best concerts I ever have gone to.
So this is a video I put together of. I hope this doesn't get us kicked off, but we'll try it. If we lose you all, it's been an hour and a half. It's been a good night, but this
Just play a
it's pretty
little
fun to
bit of
watch.
it, and
Yeah,
then
we'll just play it.
no sound. They can't hear it.
God damn it.
It sounds terrible too.
Son of a bitch, why is that not working?
Actually, why don't you put it up on YouTube?
I can't. I'm not going to load it.
Oh.
To YouTube. Hang on, give me a second. Let me get my bearings
They said
here.
flip the image. It helps not to kick it off.
Well, with music, it doesn't
Oh.
matter. It's the music that would get it kicked off because all this is my original video stuff. So this is not their video. Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, stop sharing. Let's go back to share again because I don't think I clicked on that. Add the audio. Nope, I didn't. Okay, remind me. I have to do that all the time.
Well, put it on there.
Yep.
You go.
Okay, sorry guys. We'll start it over. We got headphones on and it is blaring loud.
Love is a burning flame, and it makes
Something just touched.
fiery ring. Bound by a wild desire,
Hi.
I fell into a ring of fire.
If this goes to 666,
I
fucking run.
fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames got higher. It burns, 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 the ring of fire.
It keeps doing it.
My
It's like
favorite
someone's
part
turning
coming
on
up.
the switch.
The taste of love is sweet.
What the fuck?
When the hearts make up to me.
I told you to hit it again.
I fell for you like a child.
It's like moon.
When the fire went wild, I fell into a burning fire.
They might be able to hear you.
Down, down,
They might be able to hear you. Just warning you.
and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of
Close wires. Don't touch these close wires over there.
Coming next time.
Jerry, are you with us? Yeah.
I just got ice cold. Can you make this one? And get them out? Or
There.
Anybody see Jeff anywhere?
Nope. Haven't seen him for days.
You see him? Ask him if I need this boot camera at all. I bet she's gonna say it's garbage. No.
Yeah, he said no.
Who you asking me?
I would say you could probably ask me something right here.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Well, because we're peaking bad, like in our headphones. I hope it sounded okay out there. Yeah, I know it's not everybody's like style, taste, whatever. I get it. Shit, we're just live. We're just trying to play some shit.
Yeah, well, it was fine because we had to
Jonathan,
like
how you
when
doing?
we do our presentations, everybody has a song that they pick to do their intro to, and it just basically is a video of different stuff, just kind of play to get classes started.
I need to redo some of those.
I don't know if I need to pick. I think I
now.
need to pick a new song
Yeah,
too.
I'm way.
So-
I edited that like
That's been like for 3 years.
4
Yeah.
or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I definitely can
Well,
edit
and you
way
just
better now.
recently just added some
Yes,
people
I've
in there,
chopped it
so
up.
we really need to redo all our new.
We may not
entries.
get kicked up for that because
I
or
think there
kicked
was
out.
enough behind
There's
it.
enough
Yeah.
over vocals, whatever. But yeah.
But it was but that was my one because we had to pick a song like, well, ironically funny to walk down the aisle that we were going to pick a song to walk down the aisle, but we didn't think people would understand it. I mean, granted, our wedding was kind of odd anyhow, but we had a song we were going to. I mean, it's a song we both that has a connection with us, which we would have understood it, but other people may not have quite gotten it. Which which why
It was
can't
a
think of the
Stone
title?
Sour song.
Huh?
A Stone Sour song.
Yeah. Why can't you think of the title?
Song number 2.
So yeah, it's number 3.
Number 3. my
Song
bad.
number
That
3.
was close.
But people
Maybe
would
it's 'cause
not.
I gotta
Well,
take a number 2.
yeah, but oh my god.
Sorry. Just kidding. Just kidding. It was
So
song number 3.
that actually is a song that happened right
Mm-hmm.
before we started the ceremony because we had music playing up to that point. But it was funny because nobody would have ever thought that song was almost perfectly matched what our relationship has been. And then we did. Then actually, when we were walking back down the aisle, we surprised people and played like a virgin. So I mean, and this is funny too. I had a guy.
Stone Sour and Slipknot got me through my divorce.
Yes,
That's
but this
all
is
I
what's
listened
funny.
to.
I dated a guy before Jeff, and he loved Corey Taylor and loved Stone Sour and Slipknot. I refused, and Tool refused to listen to any of them because he was shoving it down my throat. And I'm like, I'm not going to listen to it because no. And then one day he's like, wait, you really got to listen to this song. And the first one he got me on was,
I will be your man.
yeah, Corey Taylor
It was
singing
a cover of a
more song. No,
Van Morrison. I
it was,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a cover of a
And
Van
I'll
Morrison
be your
song.
love. And so that
Yep.
got, okay. So I was like, okay.
Corey Taylor is his acoustic show.
Yeah. And so
is
it was like, that got
fucking
me. And I'm like, okay,
bomb.
I'm kind of liking this. Adam Lambert, For Your Entertainment. That is one of my favorite songs. But so that got me kind of, and I was like, oh, so this isn't so bad. But he ended up giving me the softer side of Slipknot and Stone Sour. And it's like, well, and even Tool.
Yep, Tool.
And so it was like, okay, this is pretty good. But the other was shoving down all that stuff. And I was like, I am not listening to that.
Spit.
Yeah. And I'm like, and to this day, I probably don't listen to any of that.
Yeah,
But
I
there's
like
softer
Fuel.
stuff I will listen
I do
to.
like Fuel.
And
love
so,
Fuel.
I mean, it's just, I mean, it's surprising because then people are surprised that I actually listen to Ghost. I haven't listened to him in quite some time,
Yeah,
but
I'm not a fan.
I mean, there's only a few songs of theirs that I like, but I do like Ghost. But I think it throws everybody that I actually like Corey Taylor and Slipknot, and I'll listen to the Stone Sour, but it just has an song.
Yeah, Christmas song.
Is great.
Yep.
Hilarious. I'll have to
Actually,
listen to it.
so I don't have any tattoos, and I've considered getting, because Corey Taylor, when he does his live shows, his acoustic shows, he's got the word hated across behind him. I wanted to get a tattoo that just said the word hated, because there's a lot of meaning to that word, and I think why he put it behind him. There's nothing wrong with being hated. You know what I mean?
No.
It's actually sometimes a good thing. Who
Mhm.
gives a fuck? You know, and I think that's the point of it. So I really thought about getting that as my first tattoo, or Les Paul.
You're gonna join the clan.
Yeah, I want to get a tat for sure.
So you're the only one out of, well, no, your kids don't have tattoos. Your boys don't.
Robert definitely does not. I don't think Casey
I doubt
does.
Casey. I doubt.
I've never seen it.
Now
Yeah.
all of my kids have. Well, the girls have tattoos, and my nephew's pretty tatted up.
See ya, Dotson.
So is actually my one daughter is She just got a tattoo today.
Yeah,
Another one, but she's tattooed up. I mean, she's
your
pretty
whole
much.
family's tatted up. Well, not Jenna.
No, Jenna's got two small, very small ones.
Yeah.
But Erin is tattooed. I mean, her arms and her legs up to where they can be covered. I mean, they're very. I mean, her first one was an airplane, her favorite airplane. I can't even remember the name of it, but it's a bomber kind of plane.
Even your sister has a couple big tattoos.
My sister?
Yeah.
They're not that big.
Isn't the one on her with the wolf?
Well, yeah, she does. I
That's a
forgot.
big
Yeah,
one.
she has better. I have two. I have one big tattoo and one small tattoo.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'd actually in my wedding picture you can see my tattoo.
That's another goddamn Steph. You and I must be about the same age, because that's another band too that not many people know of that I like. They were cool.
If I don't know that,
I was a big ass Candlebox fan.
Okay.
I loved Candlebox.
okay. See, now I was one of those girly.
Yeah,
into
you were
the-
that. Yeah, you were the 80s pop.
Yeah.
But actually, these weren't 80s bands. These
Well,
were more
that
like
and then
90s
like
and
the
2000s.
punk rock stuff I started getting into, and then got into some of the grunge.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, my jam is like, you know, Smashing Pumpkins, Pearl Jam. That's when I really started to really get into music. But then, you know, I love a lot of the classic rock. Led Zeppelin was my favorite band.
like I like Nine Inch Nails.
Guns
People
N'
that one
Roses.
throws people off too when they're like 9 Inch Nails. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I love 9 Inch Nails.
I actually, I remember seeing them live before
Yep.
they were really popular. At it was called the Bijou here in town.
Yep. And every freaking grunge band that
Band,
ever and they
they
still
went
have
there.
their original flyers on the wall. And
Yeah.
it would be like Smashing Pumpkins $2 Friday night. You know, it's like
Mhm.
fucking they're probably $150 a ticket now. But
Yeah, but I mean, for
Nirvana
like-
went through everybody.
But
went
and
through
because
there.
we're at the Bijou, it was like you'd have like a dance club, you could go watch a concert, like all on the same night. You could do everything. But 9 Inch Nails was there. Who else did I see there? I mean, a lot of grunge bands I saw there. Then at like in a warehouse kind of setting, I saw Buck Cherry, but that's after they were popular.
Was that at the Bike Week?
No, Buck
Oh.
Cherry was over at that
On Detroit?
Detroit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them.
Yep.
I'm trying to think who else that was a random that I would have seen that people. Oh, I saw a lot. I've actually seen a lot of country concerts though too.
Oh, I have seen.
You know which one was a good concert?
What?
Which I didn't, because I wasn't really.
I've seen every damn nothing modern country. All of the, I'd say 90s and early 2000s country. I've seen them all multiple times. I had a girlfriend that was a massive country fan. Tim McGraw. I've seen now Garth Brooks. That dude can put on a freaking show.
Now,
that respect.
our show I was surprised at was my daughter, my youngest daughter. We've taken her to concerts and they're always really good concerts, but we took her to see Train at a zoo amphitheater, and it was a really it was her first concert she ever went to.
It's funny because I was actually crowd security for that.
Where I mean, we've crossed paths so many times in our
we
past.
have.
It's crazy.
It's hilarious.
But it's so funny
Avenged
because he
Sevenfold, kick-ass dude.
that was her first concert that she went to.
Yep.
But then we took her to Queen, but she's been to other concerts as well. But Queen was one of her that was another birthday gift that she wanted to see.
The band Black Hawk. That sounds familiar.
But we
yes, oh yeah, country band. Hell yeah.
This is funny too. Another one.
Saw them.
I saw Crosby, Stills, and Nash at the zoo.
Was it the actual members?
Yes, Crosby,
shit.
Stills, and Nash at the zoo.
They had to be in their 70s.
They were. It was like I was in my early 20s.
Oh, okay.
I was in my early 20s.
So they still probably had to be 50s.
Oh,
Or 60s
they were
at
probably
least.
they were at least in their 50s.
Yep.
But Crosby,
Trying to
Stills,
think,
and Nash.
okay, who was the guy that played? It was George Thorogood. My nephew got that, he got a job at that concert security too. And he played at the zoo. And he saw this drunk dude stumble out of the trailer in the back behind stage.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I hope that, I don't know what the fuck that guy's problem is. Ended up, it was George Thorogood. He got on stage. You would have never known he drank a drink. It was like, I'm like, dude, he's been doing this for years.
Oh, I've seen Billy Ray Cyrus in concert.
Oh yeah, I have to.
Kenny G. I've seen Kenny G twice in concert.
I saw Michael Bublé.
Kenny G, his concerts were good. Rick Springfield. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Rick Springfield, and I still will go see Rick Springfield in concert because he does a really good concert at his age still. And then Corey Hart.
We actually have a really good Harley rally here in Sandusky, which is not too far from Toledo. It's a big one.
But and then Corey Hart is another one I've seen several times, which was a good one. And then I remember I saw why can't I think of their name? I saw them at BG in Excess. That was before they were really big. I saw them at BG.
I think one of the so we're totally off paranormal. We've been talking about bands for a while. One of the best shows I ever saw in my life. And we got to hang out with this dude before the show. We took his bass player to McDonald's to buy his kid a Happy Meal toy.
Oh yeah.
Frank Hannon from Tesla. He was in a band called Moondog Maine, and they played at a club in Toledo. Me and my brother was a big Frank Hannon fan. So whatever, we got there early and they're like, yeah, let's go sit on the tour bus and changing strings with Frank Hannon and blah, blah, blah. And, but they did a lot of like Tesla covers and Led Zeppelin covers in addition to what their original stuff was. But that was like the coolest fucking small club, big star experience I ever had. That was so fucking awesome.
We used to have a thing here by the Speedway that's by our house. It's a small little racetrack.
Yeah.
And they used to have Speedway Jam. Well, they had at the last one they had there was a country concert.
Yeah.
And it was by one of our news channels and one of the radio stations. They actually hosted it, and I knew someone that worked for the news channel, and we actually got to go, and we met like Shenandoah. There was like 5 or 6 groups, but Shenandoah and Lone Star. Those are some of the most awesome guys ever. They were so much fun to hang out with.
Another really, really good show that I saw. Me and my brother went in the 90s, I think it was, to Cleveland. Like I said, I was a huge Led Zeppelin fan, and Page and Plant got back together and put out a new album and whatever. They played for old guys. They played so fucking good. When Robert Plant hit that stage, you were like, there was a rock star, like a legit rock star in the room. That room was so electric. I mean, it was a stadium. It wasn't a room, but oh my God. And they played so many Zeppelin songs to not ever get to see Led Zeppelin, but to see Page and Plant do Zeppelin songs. That's actually, I've said before that, the Christmas band,
the one I wanted to go see and I still haven't gotten seen.
Whatever the name is.
Trans-Siberian.
Yeah. I've said that's the best concert I ever saw. I lied. I didn't lie. I mean, I saw them really close, but Page Plant Walking to Clarksdale tour was fucking killer.
Yeah, I keep wanting to see that.
That was such a good show.
See that concert, but
I'm sorry.
I've never gotten
I tried to
see
get
it.
tickets. They didn't have no more.
Mm-hmm.
They sell out fast.
I know they do. They do. It's hard to get them.
They always play Toledo like early
like in November.
It's like the trial show.
Yeah, it's always, they say we're their first show every year.
But we haven't, because I think the guitar player is based in Toledo. He was.
Oh no, but one of the members is for around this area.
Yep.
But they always we're always one of the first shows that they have every year.
Jamie, be nice. Led Zeppelin are treated like gods around here.
Yeah, but I've seen some like really random, like all kinds of different.
I've seen some bands that like one of the funnest shows that I worked security at, because we got to actually like beat up people, was, I don't even remember the name. It was a one-hit wonder band. They had a song out in the early 2000s. It was a small college bar, but bigger. There was a couple warm-up bands. These guys only had one song that people knew that was on the radio. and the girl in the front row, before, she's like, look, dude, you're going to want to grab onto that rail, that bear fencing or whatever they call it. She's like, you're going to want to hold that, because as soon as these guys start, everybody's going to push forward. Soon as she said that, the lights popped on, dude hit guitar, and the fucking fence just went whoosh. We're all like holding the fence with our feet up against the stage like Superman. We got people falling on top of us from stage surf. But I was told that like when they stage surfed, kind of slam them on the ground, trying to hurt them a little bit so they don't do it again. I only did it to a couple, but like there were guys that were having fun beating people up.
That's funny. I'm trying to think what else I've seen.
But that was, shows like that, they were fun, those small club shows. I
would say
small,
I would say like going to see 9 Inch Nails at Bijou and seeing like Chuck Berry, Buck Cherry
I'd love to see Chuck Berry.
Yeah, at the in the warehouse. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, I did see Brett Michaels. That was funny because then we relived Jeff relived a moment of that as my sister. Usually when we go out, I would be the sister that gets drunk and my sister has to take care of me.
Not this time.
Not this time. I was the sober one and she was the one that was puking. We had to go find her a garbage can to puke in. And so it was kind of funny that Jeff was being funny and he went and stood over a garbage can like he was going to puke. And some people actually thought he was going to. And it's like, no, it's not.
This is actually a good question. But I did, a couple weeks later, who did we go see? Toad the Wet Sprocket. And I reenacted just as a funny picture, Lisa throwing up.
Yep, and that was
but this dude thought I was actually throwing up. He was like, "Oh fuck, he's backing up."
But you did get a cool Father's Day gift that year.
Yeah.
So
yep, got my Toad shirt. I love Toad the Wet Sprocket too, by the way. That's an interesting question. So,
isn't it that one place downtown by the Erie Market?
Yep.
Okay.
So this wasn't an experience while we were performing. I was going to check out a bar that we wanted to play at. And we did end up playing there. But anyway, I was watching a buddy of mine's band. And it was kind of funny because they actually got in a fight on stage that night. But anyway, that's all side story. So I'm talking to the owner. Something felt weird in there. I'm like, do you ever feel like this place is haunted? He's like, dude, go talk to the barmaids. So I went and I'm talking to the barmaids, and like all of them were afraid to go in the basement because they saw shadow figures. All of them had experiences there. There was a rental apartment upstairs. I don't know that anybody lived in it all the time, but so anyway, after the band stopped and stuff, he's like, you want to go check out the basement? After being told all these stories from the barmaids that like, yeah, I saw this down there, that down there, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I want to go down there. And this is when I was first getting into this. And, so my instruction was Ghost Adventures. So I'm in this basement doing my best Zach Baggins. If you're down here, you need to fucking come out and show yourself. I'm screaming at this demon because that's what I knew it was. But anyway, so there was an incinerator in the basement because the place was actually starting to be built as a funeral home. They ran out of money, so the mob bought it and then built the first floor as a club. It was a famous mob hangout back in the day. And it was a building that had the reputation that if you got called there, you may not be leaving because the incinerator still worked because whatever. So, but anyway, I'm down there doing my best Zach Baggins, but I did feel like, okay, so there's something bad down here. There really is something bad down here. And some dude I know that we do not text each other at 2:00 in the morning. He had no idea where I was, what I was doing. He texted me. He said, hey, I just want you to know I'm praying for you. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this all about? And So I took that as, okay, this is my time. I need to get out of here because, like I said, it was feeling dark and not nice down there. Granted, I could have been freaking myself out. I don't know. Looking back on everything now, but so I asked him, I'm like, so why did you send me that? He's like, I didn't know if you were awake. I didn't know what you were doing. I was praying. God said, text you and tell you that. So that's my story from that place.
Caroline, I was actually 16 when I saw In Excess, and it was not 50. It wasn't as small as 50, but it was at BG when their gym was very small compared to what it is now. Very small. So it was not like maybe 1,000 people, if that. I mean, it wasn't a very big concert.
I like small shows. I don't like these
yeah.
little
I mean,
ones.
it was in like their practice gym. I think you would almost think it was like in a practice gym. It was so small, but
yeah, that was cool seeing bands that got big like before they were big. Like I said, to have been able to see
9 Inch Nails,
to have been able to see like Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam.
This is crazy.
Smashing Pumpkins, all at Bijou. Like this place is small.
But at what was the other place? Because I know I've seen bands at Frankie's. I don't even remember.
It was the one downtown that they tore down to make the Mudhen Stadium. I forget what it was called, but I think that's what you're talking about.
No, Frankie's was on East Side.
Right. There was wasn't there one main event that was on the East Side?
Main event. Well, main event was that it turned into Frankie's?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
You're right.
But Frankie's is where a lot of grunge bands that were still not known went there to play. And I've probably heard a lot of them, but just don't remember them probably because I was drunk. But I don't remember a lot of them. But I mean, apparently,
yeah, I think they do. Oh no, I didn't hear about that. Send me a message on what that's all about.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get me tickets to see that one.
But I do know, I think
complain.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra does have some stuff that's not Christmas music.
Yeah, and their stuff is pretty cool.
It's very cool. I mean, I think everybody knows that. Everybody has to know who they are. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Sorry you came at the end, but that's all right. Go back and rewatch. We've been talking rock and roll for the last half hour at least.
Probably, yeah.
We definitely drug out the show, reliving concert memories.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty cool though, because I mean, everybody, especially
we talked about our drama first.
Well, especially because like people that are from the other countries to see some of the bands that they've actually seen, like Rick Springfield. I mean, he's from Aussie, and then like Corey Hart was from Canada, and so to see all that. Oh, I saw Men Without Hats too. So I saw them too. That was a Rick Springfield, and I've seen Kiss 3 times.
Oh, fuck Kiss.
Okay.
I hate Kiss
and
so
the
bad.
only reason I've seen Kiss 3 times is because my brother has special needs and is a huge fan. I kid you not. I've seen Kiss 3 times with my brother. Every single time I have seen Kiss with him live, there's been some kind of weather issue going on. The first time, the power went out and lightning had hit like right outside the arena we were at University of Toledo.
Yeah.
Second time I saw Kiss again, same arena. Power went out again because of storms that they thought was maybe a tornado. Third time I saw him was with my sister, went with me to see him. And the power went out again. And they had, this time there was tornado. They had the tornado sirens going off. So before the concert, the other 2 concerts, they had to stop. This one, they it was right before Kiss was gonna go on. They had to stop the band right before them, and they had to leave stage. But luckily we had floor seats, so we didn't have to go up. But everybody had to come down to the lower levels. So that was kind of crazy. But it's like, so I'm done seeing Kiss. I will never try to go see Kiss again because he's seen them 3 times. And I'm done. I know what I was going to tell you. You know what? No, who else does a really good show, which is randomly crazy? Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes, he actually does. I saw him.
I saw him at the zoo.
Show.
We took my brother to see him at the zoo, and he was really good. I
worked security for that too.
I mean, he was really good too.
No, I actually saw that from the seats. My brother bought tickets.
Okay, yeah. So we saw that. It was pretty cool.
This is a classic This is a funny story. So my brother was in line to buy tickets for Weird Al, and there was like, he said the line, this was back when you didn't buy tickets online or on the phone. The line was wrapped around the building to get tickets. He's like,
yeah.
what the fuck? This is Weird Al Yankovic. Like he didn't,
Oh,
but no, Kiss tickets went on sale the same day.
yeah.
So he was in line. Everybody was getting Kiss
Wait.
tickets, and he was like, Weird Al.
That is, wait. So honestly,
Ticketmaster back in the day.
you know what's funny is that I was in line for those tickets, but we were getting the Kiss tickets, not the Weird Al tickets.
Yep.
But then, like, because when we saw Weird Al was not but a couple years ago, we saw Weird Al at the zoo.
Oh, okay.
So-
I actually, well, yeah, that's where I saw him.
Yeah, we
At the
saw him
zoo.
at the zoo.
That really was a good show. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. It's been 2 hours and 5 minutes, but we're gonna ask everybody to put in the comments, and I'm gonna ask Dana this question, and then I'm gonna answer this as well. What is one concert, one band all throughout history that you didn't get to see live that you'd want to?
Prince.
That's actually a good answer. That was quick.
Prince.
See,
I wish I could have seen Prince
I have
in
too many.
concert.
I have too many.
Well, that's one. Prince is one. I would have loved to see Prince.
Go top 5.
Okay.
Or top 3 at least.
Top 3. Prince for sure. The original Queen. The Beatles.
Carlos saw Prince in 2003.
I would have loved to see the Beatles.
Oh, we got lots of good answers in the comments.
I would probably say so Prince, Queen, the Beatles.
Mm.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, dude.
I think I would have liked to see Meatloaf. And
We got so many good answers.
and
Guys,
Johnny
I can't
Cash. I think I would have
Yeah.
liked to see Johnny Cash.
I can't highlight all your
oh wait,
answers,
I
but
got
these are
another one.
Good answers.
Elvis. I think
Well,
I would.
yeah.
Elvis. I think I have 6. Those would have been probably my top.
I probably
6.
have 20 or more. I think for me, number 1, Led Zeppelin. I'd like to see actual Led Zeppelin with all 4 of the original members. That's my dream show. Number 2, Rush has to be in there. To see and Pink Floyd. Those are top 3, not necessarily in that order, I guess.
Okay, this is going to be
Nirvana?
random too.
Nirvana.
Yeah, somebody said Nirvana. No, this is weird too, because it really wouldn't have been to see them in concert, but I would have liked to seen them. Like Bing Cosby.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been one person I would have loved. Perry Como,
Okay.
Fats Domino.
Okay.
Things like
this
that,
this
yeah.
is actually a better question. Yes, The Who with Keith Moon, Jamie Watson. Fuck yes. So here's actually a better question. We used to argue about this for hours at work, because we're contractors and all we have to do is, move our brush and talk shit about bands and whatever. Here was a question that we asked though. If you could get rid of one band in history, but if another band was named them as an influence, that gets rid of that band too, what band would that be? Because I wanted to say Kiss, but so many of my bands that I like, they were influenced by Kiss, and so I can't take
even
Kiss out.
think.
I don't know that I ever came up with an answer for that.
I don't think I could.
Oasis. Oh, actually, that could be a good one. Rat. That could
A lot of
be a good
people
one
saying
too.
Oasis.
Candy, you take out Weird Al? Come on, Candy, be nice. Oh, we got 2 votes for Oasis.
There's 3.
Nirvana, Steph, how many bands would you take out though with Nirvana? Or unless you're answering the first question.
They might be answering the
Wallflowers. That's actually a good answer because I don't know that anybody says, yeah, the Wallflowers were the best. Oh, Carla would get rid of Whitesnake. Or I hope y'all answering the first question still. No, we can't take it.
Spice Girls.
Yeah. or any of the boy bands. Those don't count. I don't think. Oh shit!
They got to be. Prince, Meatloaf, and Tina Turner take out Oasis. That makes sense. I think that would have been like, I remember going and
Prince
seeing
is fucking badass.
Purple
like,
Rain at the theater, and at that point it was like, I want to see him in concert one day, and it just never happened.
He is an underrated guitar player, like big time.
Yeah.
Another underrated guitar player, Lindsey Buckingham.
No clue.
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Yep. That dude.
Fleetwood Mac.
Awesome.
You know what? That would probably be a good concert too.
Oh hell yeah. Yep.
I bet that would have been a good concert.
So yeah, we welcome to Rock and Roll Chat, everybody, for the last 45 minutes. But it's been fun. I mean, you guys know where these live streams go. They start out paranormal, drama, whatever, but end up talking about what we want to talk about.
Steph's like, wait, I think we changed it, because at first it was name the 5 that you would
take out Limp Bizkit.
And then it was like, yeah, and then take out who you would, but what band would you take out?
But we all got to admit we liked Limp Bizkit at one point. You had to.
I will. Okay, in my grungy era, yeah.
Break Stuff. That was a kick-ass freaking song.
In my grunge,
Limp Bizkit has some good shit.
They might have been one that I saw at Frankie's.
Could be.
I think they might have been.
They definitely had a run.
You know, sometimes I do miss my jeans, my baggy jeans, and my chunky shoes that I wore. My grungy chunky shoes. I sometimes miss that look.
Oh, Aerosmith. Bill, dude, I disagree. No, I disagree. Disagree. I did get to see them once. That was a good show. But Johnny Lang opened for them, and he fucking killed them. Like his show was so much better. Johnny Lang, remember him? Blue on Black. No, you don't remember him. He was a young blues guy.
Oh, right, said Fred. Yeah, he's so cringeworthy. But okay, one song though, it was a great dance song.
I almost feel that's not big enough. Although he was
pretty big.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good call. That's a good answer. Yeah, Johnny Lang, Wayne, killer show. He blew Aerosmith away, in my opinion.
Yeah, Beyonce and Rihanna are overrated. I think they are overrated. Yes,
that's a genre that I don't care for anyway. So
no, I was like 80s, 90s. I mean, I was like the big bands, or a lot of the pop bands in the 80s, like the Duran Duran, the Wham Wham. Oh, you know what? There's another one right there, George Michael. See, now I'm starting to think George Michael. I would have loved to see George Michael.
Oh, I say get rid of him. I put them in the get rid of column.
No.
Yeah. Oh shit, Michael Jackson though. I would have loved to see him.
That one I bet would have been a cool concert too.
Yeah, Michael, absolutely.
No.
Even if hip hop, whatever he did, he was pop, not hip hop.
You ate all your treats. And you didn't save any for your sister.
Take away his bullshit.
There's none left.
Musically, that's what I'm talking about.
Left, and you want the licks.
Dude was badass. So
there's only crumbs.
Bubba's pissed off with our treats. Anyway, guys, it's been 2 hours and 13 minutes. We thank you all again. Next week, join us with Jeff Bellinger. We're going to talk about some Christmas legends. We're going to talk a little Krampus.
And we'll show you some interesting footage of Jeff.
Yes, I got a lot of reading to do before next week.
You know, I was thinking about reading the Krampus book, but you know how that goes for me.
Maybe I'll listen to some shit before at work.
You'll listen to it?
I wonder if he's got an audio version.
If he has an audio version, it's better for me to probably do that.
But we met him, bought his book.
Like I said, we've seen him at shows before.
He is very entertaining.
But we really
we only get him for an hour though.
Yeah.
So
but we were actually, we've seen him before at shows. We've been at the same conventions and everything, but we've never really talked to him until this past time.
Yeah,
and then, like
presentations
I said,
if you get a chance to go see one of his presentations, go do it.
But then it was a trip, because then we were Jeff went and talked to him, but then we talked, like I said, Amber and I were talking to him in line, and then he came and sat at our table. It
Yeah.
was just like,
Yep.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's super cool guy.
He was like
super cool.
cracking me up. It was like too
And
funny.
just remember, if you guys are here late, so if y'all like this shirt, you can go to Amber's page, which is
it's in the upper
it's in the
beginning
comments, like way in the beginning. If you guys like,
I'll put it on our Facebook page.
she's got another shirt that's really cool. It says "Don't be an EMFer," and it's got the K2 lights on it. So
Did we get in contact with Paranormal Quest?
not yet. I they're on my list. I'm trying to book some stuff, but I don't want to send everybody a message at once and then fight over dates and all that shit. But they're definitely on my list.
We
of
have
people to talk with.
quite a few list.
Yep. Me and Dawson are kind of trying to chat them up. Dawson wants to investigate with them, and I want to have them on the show. So anyway, thank you guys for joining again. It's been a good night. We're down to 43, 44 now, but
Oh, they
it's
said
been
that
over
they
50
would
all
do
night.
it with us if they could work out a time with us.
Yes, I feel like I said something in a live stream. I'm telling you guys, I'm stupid. I forget stuff.
Write it down.
But or sometimes too, if it's late, I've had a drink or two, and I'll get in live streams, type some stuff, and
Write it down.
I know I probably do have it written down.
You probably do.
My
just
problem is
haven't
I
paid
never go
attention.
back and relook at the notes. So, all right, guys.
Crazies.
Peace out. This is the awkward ending where we